Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to 7.2.4 videos for exploration. Today we're gonna run Mixmaster and Counter-Strike. So Mixmaster is if you attempt the same type of attack twice in a row, there's a 100% chance that the defender will evade it. And as well as Counter-Strike, whenever you use dexterity against your opponent, you get a fury on you that increases your damage by 5%. But at 10 furies, all of them are taken away and the defender becomes unblockable for 15 seconds. So keep that in mind. Also, there is another node here that by the name of Light'em Up. So whenever the opponent is suffering from either shock debuff or either incinerate debuff, they cannot evade. And also there is incinerate vulnerability and shock vulnerability. So all in all, you have to bring in champions that can either have easy access to incinerates or easy access to shock. Apart from that, you can also bring in champions that are mixed master counters that can go work against evade. So I'm talking about your Quake, your Molemans, your Falcon, Apocalypse, all of those champions and the slow champions as well. Some other champions that work really well here can be your Archangel, Domino with Red Hulk, and as well as your Cable with Apocalypse. All can work here. The boss we're going to be attempting is going to be Nova. More on him later in the video. But before we jump into the part, guys, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those post notifications. All of that helps me out a lot, and leave a comment down below. It helps grow the channel. Now the first fight is against the Black Widow Clairvoyant. Now if you've played against her, she is quite easy to deal with. So keep her to an SP1, although her SP2 is also easy to evade. And bring in an Incinerate or a Shock champion and you can avoid her evades with Mixmaster. In my case for this fight I am bringing in Human Torch. Now Human Torch can incinerate on his basic attacks and that will also keep defender away from evading with the Mixmaster, and along with all that incinerate attack, because of incinerate vulnerability they will take a lot of damage and they can be killed off very easily. You can do the same with Modok but with spamming your heavies, also Sunspot, as well as some other champions. You can bring in Black Widow, Deadly Region as well, or you can just bring in Domino with Red Hulk. All of that works here really well. Next defender is going to be a Heimdall. Now with Heimdall, always keep him to a special one only. His special 2, the first time you can block it out, but the second time he is gonna be unblockable. Unless you're running a Moleman or you're running a champion that can block unblockable specials, I wouldn't suggest you to take him to an SP2 because that does a lot of damage. Now in my case, I am gonna use Dr. Doom here. All I'm trying to do, I'm going to parry him and use my heavy attack, and so he stays in the shock. So whenever he will get a buff that will be nullified with stagger, and he will get more shock on him, and with shock vulnerability he will die very quick. Now I had suicides running here. You don't have to. I was just stuck with an AQ, so that's why I was running in suicides here. You can remove them and you can play them without, so you won't be losing that much health, so you can clear this path much more easily. If you don't have champions with shock or incinerate, you can use champions that are simple counters to Mixmaster. So all of your slow champions, or somebody like Falcon, or somebody with Next defender is going to be a Yondu, and I'm going to bring in the Mole Man. So what I'm trying to do here is I should have activated my frenzy before the monster mans reach 10 and my true strike goes away, but I make a mistake there. So what I'm trying to do, I'm going to compensate it by parry and using an SP1, so the shock stays on the on Yondu and I can easily start hitting him without worrying about the mix master. So Moleman is very versatile in this way that you can either just keep your true strike with frenzy on, you can kill off the opponent, or you can throw your SP1. The SP1 is of long duration that you can throw another SP1 on it, so you can keep the shock uptime 100%. So you will see that easily Yondu just melts away with that shock damage as well as that frenzy when it comes into play. Now next defender is going to be an Elsa Bloodstone. Now two things you need to take care about with Elsa Bloodstone. One, she can parry you, like she can evade you and throw you back, and she can attack you in. So that's one of her abilities, that she can parry you mid combo. And also another thing is she will apply Legion on you if you use a bleed champion. So do not bring in bleed champions unless you bring in mutants. For me it's going to be an Archangel because he makes short work of her. So you can just use parry and heavy, and the stuns and neurotoxins will stop the evade from the Mixmaster. Just use parry and heavy, only hit her in parry and she will not evade. Other options are there as well, so you can use mostly your mutant options and you will do just fine. And if you want the fight to finish even faster, use Domino with Red Hulk or Sunspot or champions like those, and you can finish this fight off very quickly. Next up is going to be an Ironman Infinity War. Now with Ironman Infinity War, he's a little tricky because whenever he will get an armor up, he will remove all of those bleeds or any damage or time effects you have, so you need to play around it. So what I've tried to do here, that once I have 6 monster mass, I've allowed him to attack into my block that activates my frenzy, and now I'm just using the reparry method to build up those monster mass on me, so my frenzy timer is increased, and then I'm gonna go lay into him, and all those crits and bleeds when he doesn't have an armor up are gonna kill him really fast. Now my goal will be to make sure that the frenzy is still active and it goes down to 18%, so he doesn't auto block me and I can still keep killing him. Right there the armor up is not there and he is really melting through with the bleeds from Mole Man. Other options you can use here can be your Doom, can be also your Hyperion. He works really well. Just throw your SP1s, also your Archangel, but you will have to wait for the armor up to go down, then you can throw your heavies, and once you have neurotoxins you can't do anything about it. Same goes with Torch. Also you can bring in MODOK and just parry and heavy your way away. There are several other champions that you can use. These are some of the options I'm giving you, but again, champions with shock and incinerate will make the fight shorter. If not, you can also use champions that are Mixmaster counter, so it's up to you guys. His specials can be evaded easily, so just be wary of his last 18% and you will be good. And the final fight before the boss is going to be a Spidergwen. Now she can be really annoying if you don't bring a counter for her, so when you do plan your path, make sure you bring a counter for her. For me it's going to be a Falcon. I'm just gonna wait the cooldown on my locked on every time and make sure she's locked on when I attack her, so even when she have all of those evade charges on her, she will not evade. And because of Falcon's ability, I will get all of those cruelty and I can easily take her down with 1 or 2 SP2. You can also push Falcon to an SP3 because he does an incinerate, and with that incinerate the damage will be amplified as well and all those crits will be much more bigger. Another champion that works amazingly well is Black Widow Deadly Origin with all of those shocks. You can also bring in Professor X and use Mole Man also works. Also Spider-Man Stealth Suit with his slow and as well as Archangel. So all I'm trying, there are quite a lot of counters, but whatever I plan about, I try to bring a champion that has class advantage to make the fights quicker and shorter and with less stress. The boss fight is going to be against a Nova. Now, there's quite a few different mechanisms going here, but I would highly suggest you to bring a champion that has Nullify and Stagger. The more you control his buffs, the easier this fight gets to be. Now, there are a couple of new nodes that you need to know about. The first one is going to be a Burnout. So whenever the Nova will use a special attack, he will get one Burnout charge. And when he reaches 10 Burnout charges, he is power locked and he gets some degen on him. Now you can also put some extra burnout charges on him if you use dexterity on his specials. So his SP1 is the one you need to go to. Just keep dexing it and you will put extra burnout charges and he will be power locked for 10 seconds and he will get some degen on him. Another way to work on this fight is to bring in power control or heal block champions, or preferably somebody who has power control with heal block. So I'm talking about your vision and I'm talking about your magic. So what you could do is make sure to keep him either power locked or either heal blocked. So whenever he will activate his supercharge or vigor node, he will get degen that will take for 3 seconds, that will deal him 100% damage of the attacker. So there's quite a few different ways to deal with this fight. I made a mistake with Magneto, although Nova is a metal champion, but all of those buffs stack and they create a problem for you. So I would suggest you not to use Magneto, but still he is soloable with Magneto as well. So for this one, I just died with Magneto. I couldn't just stay away from all that unblockable and all of those nodes. So I brought in Doom after and tried to kill him off. But on another video, I've done a solo with Venom. Venom works really well here, as well as Black Widow, Clairvoyant, and also Sorcerer Supreme. So those are some great options that can work against him. On the next video, I will take him out with a Venom. So stay tuned for that, guys. And also, if you enjoyed this video and you like the tips and tricks, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel and turn on those post notifications and leave a comment down below. All of that really helps me out a lot and helps me grow the channel. And apart from that, guys, I hope you all have an amazing day and I'll see you next time.